Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 Digital League battle. This is Season 11, High Middle Ages, Division A. In this match against Eric, I have Papal with Byzantine allies. That's the army I'll be taking in for all 9 matches. Against his Irish with Norwegian allies. The Irish did really well last season. So well that my guess is that they're going to be nerfed at some point. The difficulty of this Irish list is not that any of its individual components are especially good, but that they are cheap. So 33-foot average unarmored heavy weapon or 45-point superior unarmored. So the way that nerfs usually have worked in the past is units have been either made more expensive by giving them armor, which I don't think there would be any valid historical evidence for, or making them deep units, and again, I don't think there's any evidence for that, or finding some way to simply make them more expensive. I would suspect that that's the most likely path. And then the other way that has been done is limiting the availability of certain units. But the Irish list is so limited that that also strikes me as unlikely. But if anything does happen to change them, it wouldn't be till well after this season. Presumably, big patches tend to come out with DLC, so maybe for the next DLC, which, given how things have been historically, is at least 4 to 6 months away, at least, and maybe longer. We'll see. That kind of depends on the graphics side of thing, I think. So, in the meantime, we need to find a way to deal with it. He also brought Norwegian allies. So, what does that mean? Some armored light spear cavalry. So, this cavalry cannot really fight knights, but it's very cheap and it can evade, so it might not have to fight knights if he's doing things right. Huscarls are superior armored heavy weapon, heavy foot. Pretty much identical to the dismounted knights that I have. Offensive heavy foot spearmen, so that's going to be better against knights than the Irish foot. And for a skirmishing wing, it's not bad. 4 2-tile shooting units, and then a swarm of light jabs if he wants them. So this opponent, well, Eric is really good, and I knew he was taking this list in a couple days ago, and looking at it, I knew that this is going to be one of the matches I'm more likely to lose. So the Papal list looks pretty strong against hard-hitting, expensive lists, and not so optimal against a cheap swarm like the Irish. Why is that? Well, my skirmishing options are not very good. I can get a max of, well, I get a fair number of light archers, and that's great. But the crossbowmen are going to be useless, and I'm just a little bit outnumbered, and that's tough. My non-light missile options are crossbowmen, again, a complete waste against unarmored troops. Pretty ineffective. I can get scutatoi and archers. They have half bow, that's nice, but half defensive spear. Against swordsmen, that works okay because they have swordsman POA, but against heavy weapon, which is what the Irish are, it's just going to be 50 POA against 100, which is pretty ugly. Dismounted knights are the same as the Huscarls. I don't bring the standard wagon. The Varangians are great, and they're also 87 points. No, thank you. Trebuchet is going to be useful against elephants and knights, not so much against this kind of list. So I'll probably be relying on spamming out a lot of cheaper cavalry. Light horse I can shoot, light horse archers, cheap lancers, and tagmatic lancers and archers. These will do fine against the cavalry you can field. And I start with 2 units of early knights and sergeants. The clibs are great. There are 77 points. You want to bring these for killing knights and other heavy units when you're going to be outnumbered anyway. That's not the route you take. And in terms of terrain, it looks nice, doesn't it? I have this hill and this hill and this ridge. The problem is it's all covered in rough ground, and the weakness of this army is that it really doesn't get medium foot at all, unless you count crossbowmen. So I can't operate in rough except with my lights and crossbowmen, which are vulnerable against the medium foot he can bring. So instead, I'm going to have to rely on missile power and staying out of this sort of thing. a nice flat open plain would actually suit me much better than what we're seeing here. Okay, so here's what we've gone with. Again, the amount of rough ground leaves me feeling pretty apprehensive, but it is what it is. We've maxed out on our light infantry skirmishers other than the crossbowmen, which would not be that useful against anything other than his cavalry. I maxed out on non-knightly, non-heavy cavalry, so the Tagmatics are arguably heavy. They have half bow as well, so I've deployed them in the center. Byzantine Lancers, Nomad Horse Archers, so each wing is one Knight, one Byzantine Lancer, and one Nomad Horse Archer. Maxed out on Light Horse, almost maxed out on Defensive Spearmen, not because they're at all useful in the situation, but because they're cheap and okay. Again, not as cheap as the Irish Foot at being defensive. They will be at a severe disadvantage charging against heavy weapon. Both dismounted knights. This is kind of a waste in that I'm paying, the picked Irish Foot is 45 points and they negate up to 50 armor. So for 24 points less, Eric gets a unit that can take on this unit one-on-one pretty effectively. Essentially on equal terms in the open, except that the Irish Foot have slightly worse cohesion rolls, but of course they can operate in rough ground. I got the 4 units of Scutatoin archers and raw Scutatoin archers. They have half bow. If I can find a way to shield them or hide them on hills and stuff, maybe they'll do okay. I'm kind of tempted by the idea of getting more cavalry, but I think I'm going to resist that temptation. I think, if I get more cavalry, I'd have to get all the way back here to be effective with it, given the terrain. Or, I could do well here, but there's a marsh here, or I have to go all the way around, past this rough and this marsh through here. So I think infantry is the way to go, and it's not really a strong area for my army. We'll see how I do. Okay, what do we got? Cavalry all on his right. The expected mass of skirmishers. Some heavy foot mixed in here, so I'm glad I brought my own. Good number of offensive spearmen. Peasants for the numbers, we'll keep them back. Okay. Well, there's going to be a little bit more in here, but overall, could be worse. We'll want to occupy this hill, which will mean letting him get the first shot off, most likely. Let's see, 2 skirmishers there. What have we got? 3 to 4, so that's alright. Yeah, we're going to go take that right now. Okay, so fair number of skirmishers there as well. We can throw our light javelin horse forward. They have a long way to go before they can hit anything useful. Some firepower from the nomad horse archers. Huh. I wonder, well, no, there's no point in trying to do anything fancy with the knights. I think I just want to shift out and work on pushing through this open ground. Can hold back a little bit on this wing, given high quality infantry, which we do not have here. It's a pretty scary skirmisher wing. We'll peel off 1 white jav to help with that. Lancers and horse archers. And do I want the knights to stay up here? maybe it's a bit dodgy, but... So, we'll occupy this and this, push out here, so we'll kind of try to form a line like that. Whole 4 units of cavalry here does worry me. I might need to peel off who. I do kind of want to keep these tagmatics here because they can slow down the infantry line. So that might mean holding back a little bit here and getting our crossbowmen involved. Just in case I feel that's not tenable, I'll turn so I can move quickly. Next turn. Bit of harassment, nothing super serious. Yeah, there we go. The question is there more or is that it? That's it, I'm not super concerned. Ah, there we go. Kerns, foot. Those will be targets for our knights then. Okay, well, let's try a charge just because we can. Hold it firm. Unfortunately, okay. Shift out. And knights. Damn, I think I might need the Tagmatic Lancers over there. Let's see how much damage we can do to these skirmishers first. Not bad. And at the risk of getting charged by these, I guess that screws up my move. Oh no, that's fine, okay. Good, so we might get charged here, but that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let's shift you uphill, shift you over, over, and over. Then we can get these knights into the open, facing the cavalry, and here we can just kind of lurk a bit. Alright, over here we are a little bit outnumbered in skirmishers, but we have Scutato and archers moving us back up. So, why don't we try for a disruption? Good. Can hold that crest of the hill, we could be okay. Let's commence some harassment, get ready to slow them down. The cavalry, knights toward these squishier targets, lancers to intercept and delay. Do I want one to try to get all the way around? Might be a waste of time, but that could be worth a shot. Send our greetings. Okay. Then what? Is there a need for anybody else to move? We could always shift our dismounted knights to this flat ground. While we hold the hill with others, but it's maybe not necessary yet. Leave it at that for the moment, I think. Next turn. Hopefully they don't disrupt. Oof. Alright. Now we're zoned in, but that's not terrible. Yeah, superior infantry. Here it comes. I think our hopes definitely rest on this flank here. That's fine. Why don't we... Let's see, how can we do this? I have to take a risk here, even though I don't like taking risks. Good. We halted at a 100 height location. Next up, we can zone in the picked Irish foot, while also zoning in these offensive spearmen and prep a charge. Do I bother? Yeah, why not? It's fine. Creep around. Throw some arrows in because why not? Work your way around to support the cavalry. Here, we'll want to cut off that attempt. And what? Yeah, send our greetings. Good. Let's put some hurt on the Irish foot. They are unarmored after all. There's some risk of getting these units caught out, but I think it's worth inflicting casualties if we can. Held firm. Out. Alright, face forward. Push up a little bit. And how can we do this? Could do that. Could move here. It's directly in their fire arc though. I'm not really into that. Try a charge. Good. And there we go. That should free up our knights to keep moving. In the meantime, your face forward, half arc, I know. What a shame, etc. Perfect. Do I care? I don't think I do actually care. Here, keep encouraging movement. Waste of arrows and all that, but who cares? I don't think we're going to get a chance to shoot them all off anyway. And you need to stay close to the knights, just in case things go badly. Okay. I think that'll do for now. Next turn. What a shame. We're not too likely to catch them. Ooh, they might stand as a result of that, though. Damn. We'll have to clear out of here so we can fall back. It'll be an ugly round of melee. Alright, if we hold the impact, we could do okay. Lock them in, and general up on the Byzantine Lancers, and hurl ourselves into the impact. Great, now we charge, because the satyr gets shot to death. The result will be that we get shot to death. They are disordered, so we'll try to block them in there. It's our best chance. Next up. Unfortunately, I think these picked Irish foot are honestly a bigger danger. Held firm one more time. Held firm, okay. Again. Again. Probably just evade. I move here. Nope. Don't think there's a good way to put pressure on these guys yet. Can I? Sure, why not? Yeah, the Irish swarm army, it's pretty damn scary. Oh, this is pure RNG. I guess we might as well do so. Alright, can we fall back now? Yes, good. How is this? It's okay because of the uphill. To the flank. Let's hang back with that unit. Push towards the currents if you can. Actually, let's work on a frag or threaten rear charges. Who's left? Units that I wish I could move. Well, if they charge the Scutato and archers, then we'll counter-charge downhill. Or something. Next turn. Oh. Alright then. Yeah, they might frag. They might frag. And even if they don't frag, they're stuck in a completely untenable situation. It's blocked in this cavalry, so I need to find a way to shoo these away if I can, but I don't know if that exists. Okay, so they're disordered, but general depth and superior, so there's that. Alright, Scutato, I just need to hold out a little bit. Good. Oh, what was that? Just the lights. Uh-huh. Oh, hello. Huh. Of course. That's just horrible. Why's it gotta be like that? Well, try for a charge. Nope. Here, shift over. Do we try a charge before the inevitable drop? Dunno. Inch forward, get into place, and shoot and shoot. Yeah. Keep mowing down these guys. Oh, these are lancers, not tagmatics. Yeah, let's see what happens. So bad. Really should have seen that coming. Now the question is it better to charge or is it better to at least try? I sit here staring at him. I think I am still using more points with the single unit of knights than he is. But if I bounce off, then he can zone me with the foot and then flank the lancers, and that's horrible too. So let's sit here a little bit longer. Disruption is tempting, but so is a direct fire arc to inflict more casualties, so we'll do that. And again, casualties, right? They hold firm because they're superior. Do we sacrifice the archers to get one more shot in? I'm okay with this. Sorry guys, sucks to be you. Okay, then what? That's direct fire arc. These guys look kind of doomed anyway, don't they? I could try to zone, let's see, we do that, and he'll at least have to charge to break the zone and then flank me. Which he will do, and I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. Shift down. This is still bad. Okay. And there's a disaster over here. Let's bounce off. And give these a shove. Maybe, yeah. Alright, and then shove them off map. We have better things to worry about now. Yeah, the situation here is dire, but at least it's slowing him down. That's pretty much all we can hope for. This is an even contest. That is not. We could either move here, or we could just go here and zone them. If we move here, we can move our raw spears up. Might be worth it. Get them into action. Sure. How is that? Not the best. Got a light javelin men lurking here. We'll need to see if we can target them with the light horse. In the meantime, they're going to get hit hard and they might disrupt. But I think I'm okay with that. Tough match as I knew it would be against the Irish Swarm. Next turn. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Oh, that sucks. He might not need the flank, given the numbers and how horrible everything here is. Bounced it, nice. At least that's an extra bit of delay. They fell back. Not sure how I feel about that, actually. Oh, I know I don't feel good about that. Impact went okay, actually. Lucky us. Alright, well. Great. Turn around. Get cut up. Come on. Damn. Okay, here, well, you just get murdered. You know that. There's nothing that can be done about it. More importantly, held firm. I move here? No. Nope. Now I could go for a drop. I do something especially stupid, but I think I'm better off just holding off and shooting again. Just engage in some skirmishing for the moment. How low are they? They're fairly low. I'm tempted by the flank, but I don't think it can really take me anywhere. Held firm, huh? Just get ready to turn around and just riddle them with arrows. Next. It's not much of a height advantage. That is... well, keep it up. We could push forward and attempt to break into the height next turn. Or we could turn and start slowly pushing this way. I don't really love either of those. 1, 2, 3 turns to move there. It seems horrible. Well, while we think so carefully about that, good. That clears the way for more harassment. We have to just clear these out, I think, unfortunately. Good, they're almost dead. Nice. Where could we use these? Probably here to shoot down, actually. There we go. So hold that thought. Next turn we can get more harassment on the Irish foot, and that should free up our knights to actually do what knights do best. Next step, do I want to charge? It will be very dangerous. But otherwise I have units sitting around doing nothing. If I charge, what do I gain? Not very much. I could move here. They could turn. It's a distraction, but not much of one, so I think I'm inclined to wait a little bit longer. So we return to the issue here. Oh damn. Didn't think about that. Oh well, too late. Throw some arrows in. And keep facing that way, actually. I want to keep this. That's not necessary. That keeps it zoned. Okay. Very complicated, tough fight. Still not feeling confident. Next turn. Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's not great. Ugh. Well, it's going to free up some units for him. It's going to be a problem. Alright, just hold out. We have the hill. Damn. Not especially helpful, to be honest. Right up here. Shoot. And contribute to that. And shoot again. Push forward. Don't quite auto brake, damn. Aha. Question is, do we try with javelins or do we try with charging? Let's do a little bit of each. Okay, well, now that we have a nice threat of a rear charge with lights, we can start trying to bounce this. See how we do. How low are they? Pretty low, but General Duff in good condition. No. Turns that the light jazz charge, we can counter charge. In the meantime, I guess we just do what we can to slow this down. It's fairly ugly. Waste of arrows. Prepare to join in. Shift over. Good. Now we break, and the question is, where do we go? Set up the flank. Do we want the bounce? I think I just have to accept this unit's gonna go as well. Very tough, these fucking Irish. Ugh. 33 points for these guys. 45 points for these guys. So there's just so many units you have to fight. So Eric is asking, how come my cav on the far right is not broken off from your Lancer? That's because cavalry that is not shock cavalry charged by shock cavalry cannot break off. If they had originally charged the shock cavalry themselves, then they would be able to break off, basically. Good. Let's shove them off so that we have a chance to break off in a turn or two. I move here, then here. Damn. I was hoping they'd evade and I could catch them. Do I attempt to fall back? I think I do. Good. Well, they're below 50%, but being superior, that's not going to be enough on its own. If I stay here, I might be able to flank them if these guys fall back, but this is too tempting. Damn. Held firm. Fragged. Throw some javelins. Try for impact. Nope. Try for impact. Just have to hope they don't disrupt our frag when this unit breaks, because I want a close range volley. I guess I could get out of check range. Next turn. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to save those Byzantine Lancers, but I think if I'd moved my knights to a flanking position, he would have just covered with his own control out of a forest or rough anyway. So I don't think I really would have saved myself any trouble by sacrificing that unit. That's getting problematic. Just don't have enough firepower left on this wing. I pinned them in, so I did waste my time. At least we're uphill here. Come on. Damn. Okay, so we broke, and that's unfortunate. Finally. Okay, so with that we shoot, and then we shoot. Good. Keep pressure. And again, pressure. If I move here, I won't be disordered. Good. Then threaten the flank. And might as well start bouncing some more. Hold firm, of course. Right, so you're super dead. And you, unfortunately, no matter where you go, things will not go well. At this point, it's going to be a matter of how to save this unit from these two units whose combined cost is about equal. If we move here, it's okay. If he charges, he's really disordered. Fortunately, here I don't think we can force an auto break before we're broken ourselves. Okay, so next turn we break. So what we'll want to do is shoot downhill on a direct arc once we break. Don't really know what to do here. We do have ammo, so there's that. Might need to just fill the gap and accept the casualties. Held firm. And we're losing here. Okay, it's time. We have to see what happens. Good. Then do we do that? It's horrendous. Or do we save it as zone of control? If we pilot in combat strength modifier, we'll kick it in our favor, but losing this unit to a break wouldn't be that useful either. Oh well. Alright, that worked out. That does even things out. Maybe enough to make a difference? Maybe not. Right, you two slip past the Irish foot. Maybe. Would like to get behind, but it just doesn't seem like it's in the cards. You're at low ammo anyway, so just shoot and stay facing that way. You have to sit there and take a little bit more punishment, but soon we can hopefully peel off these light jabs. So we're still down 11, so I think what's going to happen is we are going to inflict more breaks. We're going to inflict some casualties, but we are going to start collapsing from the left. And we're going to lose because we don't have as many bases of units, so we can't afford the losses where he can afford to make sacrifices. That, and he's really skillfully negated my knights here, which is unfortunate. Knights could have done some real damage. Next turn. Okay. That was bound to happen eventually. In fact, I'm kind of surprised it took that long. So he zones him, but he doesn't fight them. That makes sense. Disruption. Yeah. So it's starting to happen. The cave-in. Bounce that. Thank you. Ugh. Gotta try to grind them down. What? Get out of here. Unacceptable. Well, work on that. Huh. Well, we could just rush past, to be honest, at this point. Is that a good idea? Not really. Go for impact. Nothing. Great. Rear charge. Okay. Keep harassing, I guess, out of lack of anything better to do. Gotta find a way to break this unit. Even if that means long-range archery, I think. Or, here, screw it, let's charge. We have the hill. We don't have too much time left to screw around. Fine. If they fall back again, they'll probably break. Okay, we have the slope here. I could. Okay, fine. Get up here, then turn and lose more arrows. Oh, they're close. Disrupted and fall back, which is kind of nice, but kind of annoying. Do we want the additional POA here? I'd say it's a waste. Maybe not. Okay, fine. Right, in the meantime, there we go. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we deserve that or something. Held firm, too bad. Alright, you get out of there. These can stay here for the moment. Oh, actually, no, what we need to do is zone them, unfortunately. Otherwise, he could move light javelins here and then rear charge us. So we have to let ourselves get fragged, basically. Oh yeah, this. 15 to win, 3 to win. Okay. Ouch. Well, just like the whole game, we remain down about 10%. Do have 3 units we potentially might be able to break. Eric says you have me now. Do I though? Because I'm down 10%. So I am skeptical, and I think maybe he's just a guy who's kind of like me and, you know, says things like, you have me now, when it's not really true. Let's find out. Yeah, those knights are pretty much screwed. Bounce it. Good. Okay, that almost evens it out. We're still actually behind. They've turned around. No. Not gonna allow that to happen. Okay, cut him up. No, I move here, it would be nice at all, but then it could open a flank up from that unit. Do I care at this point? I'll have to think about that. In the meantime, we're definitely doing that. No question. Great. Try for a charge. No dice. Throw some more javelins. Great. Do get uphill plus 100 here. I think it's time. Then, having done that, we can murder these stupid javelin men that have been tormenting us. Lock these kerns into an undesirable combat. Sling some stones. Oh, damn. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Okay, turn you around. And get ready. Keep harassing these noble cavalry. If they move, they just turn even, they would be in a position to flank us. But at this point, I think things are dire enough that I don't really care. Instead, I can either set up a flank on these, but we should be able to cut them up, dump some arrows into these picked Irish foot. You're screwed. You can't really do anything. So all we can do is tank the charge, basically. Could do it ourselves, but that gives them their light spear. We might as well be up 100 and might as well be up to full 200 unless would they disrupt us? Maybe. Take that risk. Next turn, a rally on the picked Irish foot here. Bad news. I've at least bought myself a bit of time with that zone of control lock with the Scutatoan archers here. In the meantime, I'll try to disrupt them before contact. Oh, going with the charge, then the auto drop. So much for that 72-point unit. Good. Well, let's see what we can do with that. Break and a frag, which means how many men to auto break? 118. Low ammo. Alright, the hell with it. Okay. In the meantime, we can here shoot back for the moment while we get horse archers up. Shoot. And again, they're not that close to auto breaking though. Okay. Next up, you go here, you can turn and shoot again. So they're in pretty bad shape now. Auto brake, but everybody holds firm. Okay, we'll need to rely on the spears. Unfortunately, we'll leave that for last. Okay. Held firm, get out of here. Okay, turn and prep the flank. Pepper them with javelins. And what, go for the rear? Or just join in with that? Huh. No need, really. We can just ignore him at this point. Okay. Press on to the... Never mind. Okay. Well, stay there. If he pops out to shoot at the Byzantine Lancers, we can try to charge. Held firm, fall back. It's not actually wonderful because we lose the slope, but that's okay. Here we get broken. Not yet, but soon. So how are we looking? This unit's in bad shape, but it's not really that close to auto-braking. We're getting low on arrows. This unit's about to go next turn. This unit is close, but it's quite capable of at least taking our commander-in-chief unit with it, and maybe also this unit if that causes a bad ripple here. I got raw units on either side too, which is terrible. What we need to do is hopefully survive a couple turns of melee so we can move here and turn, then flank, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Next turn, we need to break 14% more, assuming none of them rally. Which I suppose the only nice thing about that is that I have auto-broken so many of the units that I have broken that perhaps there isn't too much of a chance of that. Ugh. Ugly. Well, it was nice knowing them. Tough. Alright, he prevents the chance of a flank there. And then gets a charge in. Damn. Alright, what does that do to us? Frag. Break. And a disruption. Get out of here. Huh. Well, some good, some bad. I want to rally you up. Lose some arrows there. If we move here and shoot. They're not going to break anytime soon, unfortunately. There's that break, pushing us to 40%. Then what? Get away? Yeah, I think so. How is that? Pretty tremendously awful. At least I forced him to do bad things there. Let's see. Let's see how tough that is. I don't think I can force a flank. What I could do is we charge here. Well, I was hoping to break them, follow through, and then free up the crossbowmen. But no. The answer is no. Okay. Well, as we prepare to go uphill, Try to rally these guys up. Let's push, charge now that we've blocked ourselves in. Then get that flank. Well, that's one way to do it. And prepare to join the fun. Bounce off of these guys, I assume. Yep. And start targeting these for rear charges. Or, better yet, there we go. In the balance. This could go either way. We're going to lose this unit. Could lose this unit. And we'll see about either of these. But we might be able to scrape by. Next turn, we slog on. Both in danger of losing a considerable number of units. I'm up a little bit. Good. It's preventing me from re-engaging here. Damn. So what we have to do is pull back and I think abandon the survivors on this hill. I'll finish breaking them. Do we bother with that? I don't think it's worth it at the moment. Can't hold off forever. Do we break immediately or do we have some time? Probably have some time. Not very much. Six casualties would have been better, thank you very much. Let's just finish this. 58%. So, the question is, how do we get 2 more percent? Do we work on this? Well, let's consider. Could do that. But again, that risks getting flanked. Shuffle kind of back toward the action with you. They don't have reduced command and control, so I can't set up a flank anyway. Unless I cut them off here. But then he can flank with the noble cavalry. My god, this is insanely confusing. I think we have to evacuate the hill, basically. Yep, it's time to go. If we can work on breaking this unit somehow, I think we should be golden. Do we ignore them and try to get over here? Yeah. I don't think we can break them in a timely manner. %. How are we going to get it? Somehow shoot them, maybe? Or we have to force the issue, charging these guys with some ugly charges to force a drop. That's the alternative. Next turn. Whew. Yeah, I couldn't just save them. I'm gonna lose those two now. Better. If this unit is out of the way, that doesn't quite work. We're gonna have to do the bad thing. Here's what the bad thing is. Worked out. Auto brakes. 61. That might be all it takes. We're over 50, so only scored 3 in that case. Okay, well, theoretically, that's it. Okay, and we have reached the end. Okay, so I won. Why was I complaining so much? Ceaselessly complaining. Well, here's the thing, right? What other army could have assaulted a position like this more or less head on and almost won? I will be pretty hard pressed to think of any. Maybe Arab conquest? Maybe? So here's the thing. Picked Irish foot, right? 45 points. Dismounted Knights and Sergeants, 69 points. When these two fight, Dismounted Knights and Sergeants are up 10 POA despite costing 24 more points. Or Irish Foot, 33 points, Defensive Spearmen, 36 points. So the Irish Foot are a little squishier to a cavalry charge from Knights, and they're also a little bit worse in melee against Knights. That being said, when these two units square off, in melee they're on even terms despite the point differential. If the Irish Foot charge the Defensive Spears, it's even, but if the Defensive Spears charge the Irish Foot, they are down 100 POA because Defensive Spears only get a POA against other Defensive Spears, essentially. So, and on top of that, the Irish Foot are maneuverable, and both Dismounted Knights and Defensive Spearmen are unmaneuverable, and that's a pretty big deal when it comes to trying to get flanks and get into those advantageous positions. So I think the only reason I pulled through in what is a very narrow win, which will only score me 3 points in the league, is this 100 height hill and this hill in addition. I mean, without this terrain, I don't think I could have made it. Now, on the other hand, there's a lot of rough ground here. He wasn't able to take too much advantage of it in the sense that I had a lot of Scutantoi and archers. But, if there had been more open terrain, maybe I would have felt more comfortable fielding more knights or the Klebanophoroi. But again, those units cost basically twice as much as the Irish units do. Pretty tough. So I am very curious to see how Eric does in the rest of the league, whether my complaining is at all justified or whether it's just a whole bunch of noise. But this was a good, exciting match. So a good game to Eric, and good luck to him in the rest of the league season. Till next time.